Well, High Hope Summit Church. My name's Angela. I am Lee Tapper's daughter, one of them. And I was asked to give an account of things that I have been seeing God do up here. I live in the Twin Cities. I think it's gonna rain. Anyways, I live in St. Anthony Village, which is really close to downtown. And there obviously has been a lot of crazy things happening, a lot of sad things happening. I'm sure you've had your fill of all of the news of what's going on and of the pain that is very real and the destruction that is very real. And so in the midst of this, God gave me the opportunity to serve with a church and an organization. They came together. The church is called City View Church. It's right off of Lake Street, and there's an organization called Firebase, and they put on this impromptu, I don't even know what to call it. It's not a conference, but they call it Love Twin Cities is the name of it, and where they have 24-hour, well, I guess we had curfew, so it wasn't 24-hour, but they had prayer and worship continually from the time they could start. So it was about 8 a.m. until, well, at first it was 8 p.m. and then it moved to midnight as the curfews changed. And in the midst of that, I was just gonna work what was called the front desk, like front of house, just as people were coming in to take names, make sure everybody was registered, keep City View Church aware of all of the people coming in and out. And so I get there, and there is like a huge group of people inside the lobby and outside, and they're all Hispanic or Somali was the vast majority. And what had happened that nobody knew was going to happen is a food shelf. City View Church didn't know that somebody was going to come by with a huge donation. So it literally was God. Like, there was a need and God supplied, and nobody knew, but the hands and feet were ready to do it. And so I show up, and I have been blessed to learn to speak Spanish. Nobody in my family speaks Spanish, so it truly is a blessing from God. And I was able to translate and help people get the food they need, and then ask people to come get stuff, but then also to pray for people in this time of such hopelessness for people in the world. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the body that feel very hopeless, but it's especially prevalent for people in the world, just especially with coronavirus and not being able to work, not having food. You have got your kids home, and then you've got the protests or the riots, and if you've got teenage kids or the young adult kids and they're going to participate and you're their parent, just the angst and anxiety around all that's happening, plus your own issues that you've got to deal with and your own experiences. So it was really just such a blessing to get to be there with people and pray for them. And then there's a lady that came with this huge trailer full of clothes that were free for people. So it was just an opportunity to bring people together, meet their needs. And again, it wasn't us. None of us knew this was going to happen. God just put it all, He orchestrated the whole thing. And getting the opportunity to pray and share the gospel. This situation is pretty bad and by bad, I don't mean it's super, I don't know what. It's just the world is hurting and they need Jesus, and He really is the answer. And they went out and spoke to them, and there were people getting baptized at the George Floyd Memorial. You probably didn't see that on the news, but it definitely happened. And it's just been amazing how people have been able to come together and just share the gospel and share what hope looks like to a broken and hurting world. And it's not just what we say, but it's what we do. Are we unashamed? Are we unafraid? Do we as the body really believe that Jesus paid it all for everything, and that He is my protection, and He is the fortress, and He is the one with the answers, and that He is the one that changes hearts? And so it was just so cool. It was so cool to see that, and then get to worship in the middle of this, in the middle of the battle, in the middle of the fires, literally able to stand there and worship the God who is amazing and has done so much. Anyways, I'm way over my time. I hope you all have an amazing day and just share the love that you have for Jesus, and if you need more love, there is so much more available to you. Just ask for it. Ask and you shall receive, right? Anyways, have a blessed day. Bye.